Hey guys, welcome back. It's Jordan here from CodeCamp again, and today we're going to be building part 2 of our Dragon Rider game. Now today we're going to be building the code to collect some eggs for our dragon, and we're going to be putting in some dastardly bad guys who are trying to stop the dragon from getting our eggs. So you guys already know how to head to CodeCamp World, so just type in the URL and get to our login page and pop in your details below. Mine are already in there, so I'm going to click sign in. Now that you're signed in, just click on your Dragon Rider game. So if we think back to our story, our dragon's lost all of her eggs and she needs to get them back. So what we need to do is put them eggs in there for her to get back. And that's going to be a new actor. So click on actors. I'm going to click on that big plus button. Now I'm going to name my actor Eggs. E-G-G-S. And I'm going to click that save button. Now that we've created our actor for Eggs, we need to add an animation to it. So just like we did with the dragon, we're going to click here to select a sprite sheet. Now, I'm going to collect eggs. You can collect whatever you like, and I know that eggs is called food 16, but we will be getting more eggs in. So just click on the sprite you want. I'm going to use this egg, and I'm going to use this sprite sheet. Click on use this sprite sheet. And we have our egg. We don't need to animate it because it's just one frame. But what we do need to do is just fix this collision box here. Awesome. Now that we have our eggs, let's stick them on our level all over the place so our dragon can collect them. Head over to scenes and level 1. Let's just start with level 1 for now. Scroll down to the bottom. And we want to place some eggs all over our screen. Now remember, our character can move left and right and they go forward as well. So let's not just line them up all the middle. Let's have our character weaving in and out. So I've put a good few eggs on here. Now that we've put all our eggs in, let's click the launch button and see what happens when we hit one. So click on launch and our game will load. And our character can fly towards our eggs. So when I hit this egg, oh no, the egg just floats up to the top of the screen. So we're not actually collecting it, we're just pushing them forward, which looks pretty funny and awesome, but isn't how the game's supposed to be played. So all we're going to do is close our game, and let's make our dragon collect them eggs. So head back onto CodeCamp World, and click on Actors. Now we want our dragon to collect the eggs, so click on the Dragon Actor, and we're going to head into code. Now that we're in code, we need to add a new function. We need to make the code hit the egg and then the egg disappears. So click on add to add a function. And we're going to name this collect egg. And the type's going to be slightly different to what we've used before. It's going to be when this actor hits another actor. So when our dragon actor hits our egg actor. Once you've selected that, click add. And now notice at the top we have this section here. When this actor hits A, we need to make sure that this is set to eggs, or wherever you've called your collectible. So now what we need to do is make that egg disappear so it looks like our dragon has found that egg and collected it. So head over to actor, scroll right the way down until we get to remove an actor. It's under life cycle. Remove an actor, drag it over. Now what will happen if we hit the egg now is it will remove this, and this is our dragon. We don't want that to happen because we don't want our dragon to die when they hit the eggs. We want them to collect it. So what we have to do is change what this is. So if we head over to variables, and under game variables, we have a collided with. Just drag that over. And where it says this, just hover it over and drop it. So now we have a remove collided with. So when our actor hits an egg, we're going to remove the egg. So click launch and let's test this. Let's see if our dragon can collect the eggs. Click the launch button. And let's see what we've got. Let's see if I can collect this egg. Oh, no, I've missed this one. Let's try this one. Yes! Success. our actor goes away, and we can see that our dragon is actually rotating once they hit the egg. And that's because we haven't set our egg to a sensor. So close the Dragon Rider and head back onto our code. We need to set the egg to be a sensor. So all we have to do is head to Actors, under Eggs, and we're going to add some code. Click on the code section. We're going to click here to add a new function on the egg. So click here to add a new function, and we're going to name it setup. And this is going to be when this actor is first created. So under type, when this actor is created. Click on add, and we have our new function. Now under actor and under basics, we have set sensor. So drag that over, and we want to set the egg to a sensor, so make sure this says yes. Now we can launch our game again. We should be able to collect our eggs, and our dragon should be able to stay on a straight path. Let's launch our game and see if that happens. Click the launch button, and let's head for some of our eggs. So we've missed that one again, but let's hit this one. Fantastic. And you'll notice we collect the eggs, and we don't spin around, which is what we want. Awesome work, guys. Now playing that game is pretty easy for us. We can just fly wherever we want and collect them eggs. What we need to do is make the game more interesting and more challenging by adding some dastardly bad guys who are going to stop us from getting them eggs. And to do that, we need to create our bad guys. So that's a new actor. So click on Actors and click on that big plus button again. We're going to name our bad guys. You guys can name yours whatever you like. I'm going to call mine Bad Guys, because these guys are some bad dudes. And we're going to click the save button. Again, just like with the eggs and just like with the dragon, we need to create an animation. So click here to add an animation. And you guys can pick whatever you like to be your bad guy. I'm going to go with something that flies. So I'm going to go with a bat, I think. So if I type in bat, I've got some alien bats. And I'm going to go with this yellow one right here. So just select it and then use this sprite sheet. Again, we have our animations, so we can make it look like it's flying, or we can make it look like it's standing still. I want to make mine look like it's flying, so I'm going to click on the animation frames in order, and my bat begins to flap, just like my dragon does, so it looks like it's going to fly. Again, we have them collision rectangles. We need to shrink that down to be really tight to our actor. Fantastic, guys. We've now created our bad guy actor types. We've also fixed the animation frames and the collision rectangles. So what we need to do now is just put them all in our scene. So head to your level 1, under scenes, level 1. And you'll notice we've got our actors here. So just scroll down to the bottom where your dragon is and just drag some of the bad guys over. I'm going to put a fair few in. Again, guys, you can put whatever you like in your game. Awesome work, guys. So I've put a fair few in, but at the moment, when we launch our game, nothing really happens. We've got our bad guy, and we're spinning again because we hit our bad guy. No, we don't die, we just spin around. So what we need to do is, again, set our bad guys to a sensor, and we're going to set them to move, so this game's a little bit more challenging. So head back into CodeCamp World, under Actors, and your bad guys. The first thing we need to do is head to Code, and once we're in Code, we need to add a new function. So click here to add a new function. The first function we're going to do is the setup. We're going to set our actor to a sensor. So just call this setup. And the type is going to be when this actor is created. So as soon as your actor appears on the screen, we're going to set it as a sensor. Click the add button. And we're going to head to actor, under basics, and set sensor. This needs to be set to yes. And now when we hit our bad guys, we won't spin. Now that we've set our bad guy to a sensor, we want to make them move in random directions to make it more challenging and more difficult for our dragon to collect our eggs. Those are really some bad guys. So what we need to do is click add. We're going to add a new function and we're going to call it move to make our bad guys move. Under type, we're going to have an every X seconds. So we want them to move at a specific amount of time, and every 1 second they're going to move. So click on add and we have our new function. Now at the top we have every blank seconds. We need to put a value in there. I'm going to go with 1 second because I want them to move pretty fast, but you guys can put in whatever you like. So now that we've put our value in for every 1 second, whatever we put in here is going to happen every 1 second. And we want our character to move up and down and left and right randomly. So the first thing we need to do is set our X and our Y speeds. So head over to actor, scroll down to simple movement, drag in a set X speed, drag in a set Y speed, and now we have the left and the right and the up and the down. Now instead of just typing our values in here like we usually do, we're going to try and get a random number. So if we head to math, under random number, and drag them into speed, just like that. So we're setting the X speed to a random number between something and something. To make sure our character can move left, we're going to need a negative number. I'm going to go with negative 200. And to make sure they can move right, I'm going to put a positive number, 200. In set Y speed, again, we want to be able to move up and down, so we need a negative number, minus 200 for me, and we need a positive number, 200 for you. Now guys, it's your game, so if you want your characters to move really, really fast or really, really slow, you guys just need to put in your numbers yourselves. It's your game, you can have it however you like. Now that we've done that, let's click the launch game button and see if our characters fly around the screen in all different directions. So click launch, and we'll notice that our bad guys are actually flying towards us at quite good speeds. But still, if I hit them, nothing happens. So we're going to code that next. So close the game and head over to our dragon, because our dragon is where we're going to put this code. So click on actors, head over to dragon, and into the code section. Now that we're in the code section, we need to add a new function to hit the bad guys. So if we click on add, I'm going to name this hit bad guy. And the type is going to be when this actor hits another actor. So when our dragon hits the bad guy. Once you've got that in, click the add button. And we have our value at the top. When this actor hits A. We want to make sure that this says when this actor hits a bad guy, something's going to happen. We're going to restart our level. So head over to scene. And under basics, we have restart current scene. So just drag that over. And now, when we launch our game, if we hit a bad guy, we're going to restart the current scene and we're going to go right back to the beginning. So everyone launch your game now. And we should notice that if we hit one of our bad guys, I'm actually quite good at this game, so we restart the game, okay? So we're now able to collect our eggs and restart the level if we hit a bad guy. Awesome, we pretty much got an awesome game. So well done guys, we've just built the second part of this super awesome dragon flying game. Next week, we're going to add some fireballs, and fireballs are awesome. They're going to shoot from the dragon's mouth, and they're going to help us catch our eggs by getting rid of them dastardly bad guys. So I'll see you next time.